Limitless, what would you tell to people today? Listen, man, and woman, I am so excited. So excited. Listen, when God allow you to make a decision, woo, you come alive. Now, I want you to see the title of this is Joy is on the opposite side of fear. It made me decide to revisit a book I wrote, Check Your Life Be Limitless. If you haven't read the book, let me go out and throw a good promotional tag right now. Check Your Life Be Limitless. It asks the question, what if you lived a life without social constructs? No black, white, male, female, etc. You just existed. And you saw yourself as a soul that come from the ubiquitous or this God source that shoots all other souls and all individuals. So when you talk to them, you don't look at the avatar. You speak to the soul. And when you do that, you can connect with all types of people. That's why I could go to Mexico, Spain, France, China, Korea, the islands, wherever, have no issues. I don't have beef with man. Man or woman is just what they are in this constructed world. Spiritually, man, everybody is my brothers and sisters. Yeah, even the racists, even the people that don't like me, I don't see them like that. Hey, that's what they choose to do. That's their emotions. Remember, it's 4 quadrants I live by: mind, body, spirit, emotions. And I have no fear, because joy is on the opposite side of it. Let me tell you, so I wrote this was a chapter, and this is a quote that I used in that book. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free, Aristotle. He who has overcome all his fears will truly be free. We're going to get into some of my fears, and I'm going to tell you how that really releases you and allow you to be free. But I want to just start this. When I started the chapter, I said, as a child, I learned to chase happiness, not yet realizing that happiness is a temporal state. When you look at life, and I said it before on some video, when you look at the heart monitor, it goes up, down, up, down. The crazy thing about this is that if you look up, that could be a happy, temporary happy state, but it will go down. When you chase happiness, you don't really have no direction, no purpose, no nothing. Everything that has made me great in the eyes of other people has been up, down, up, down. I can go out and speak, and I'll be speaking. I promise you. God give me longevity. I'm going to be speaking all over the world. I truly believe I'm going to be the voice of the world. I know how to evoke emotions, and it comes from a very real place. When I'm telling you to master mind, oh man, this is a kid that they try to put in remedial courses to be on a little short bus, special ed, we called it at the time. I have 6 college degrees. I took remedial courses when I first went to college, and I have 6 college degrees. But I probably learned more outside of the university as I did in the university, because realistically, I'm an educator. Educators can spark your curiosity, but you have to use your curiosity to turn you into a lifelong learner. So you constantly are reading. You're constantly listening to podcasts. You're constantly engaging with other people that may be sharper or smarter than you in other areas. And you extrapolate that knowledge and use it to continue to enhance your mind. Body. 45 years old, got my body down to 4 or 5% body fat. Have become a natural bodybuilding pro in OCB after 15 months of training. Spiritually, my relationship's so good with God, a person could come to me right now and tell, you're going to hell because you don't go to church. And I would just sit there and be like, okay, there's no fear in that. I have my relationship with God. I know what my heart is. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. I see God in everything, baby. Even in those that would try to condemn and criticize me or try to confine me to a hell. That's cool. I got number love for you. Heart is pure. All right, cool. That's just one scripture. We can go in and I can chop your head off with more scriptures, but I'm not going to do that. I digress. Now, the fourth quadrant, emotions. Emotions, baby. I have worked with a lot of difficult people. I have been around a lot of difficult people, and they try to make your life hard. But this is what I realized. When you no longer allow a person to guide over your life or a person to dictate how you live your life, you're free. So what are some of these fears that sort of chain us up? A lot of us, we have the fear of even being accepted. We don't really love who we are. Look, I love all aspects of me. Look at this. Check this out, homie. Like, if I pull this shirt tight, you may see a little imprint of my nipples. I don't give a damn what y'all think. It's me. I love me. Love me, all aspects of me. Some people, man, I can't believe you take your shirt off. You know, people gonna judge. I don't give a damn about what you think. I decided to take the shirt off. Don't take your shirt off. Don't get on stage and show your body. That's you. Me, I'm gonna do what I do. Because this is what I do know. And I want you to really think about this. In 120 years, your opinion don't matter. My opinion don't matter. We don't even exist. And if we got kids right now, they don't even exist neither. So why do I give a damn about what you think about me? Most of you won't even show up at my funeral. And if you do show up, you ain't going to be helping my family out. So I don't care what you think. I'm doing what's best for me and my immediate family, and more importantly, for God. That's it. So what you think is your opinion, and I appreciate it. If you want to share it with me and say, hey, I don't really like you, man. I don't like what you think. Hey, God bless you. I appreciate you. If you love what I do, hey, God bless you. I appreciate you. Same energy. Only thing you're doing is letting me know I'm on the right path. If you don't like it, that's cool. Remember, Yeshua, or Jesus said, remember, when they hate you, they hated me first. Cool. So thank you. Or they would show you signposts. So if a person said, hey, like my friend TK sent me a message, man, bless my heart, said, hey, Limitless, remember, man, that you never know when you're going to be discovered. So always be at your best. Always be at your best. And you know what God said to me when I won my pro card? You give me your best, I'll do the rest. But let's talk about the pro card. Was I afraid the first time I got on stage? Yeah, I'm sitting there like, yo, what if they trying to look at the size of my penis? What if they like looking at my body doing all this and all of that stuff? And then I said, you know what? I don't give a damn what they think. Let me go out here and really try to bring the best package and enjoy what it is that I'm doing. Be in the moment. And I got lost in the moment. And I fell in love with it. And I fell in love from the perspective of I didn't care what none of them thought. None of the spectators. Outside of my wife, my kids, and my supporters, I didn't care. And when you're in the moment of now, and when you realize what life really is about, are you living the life that God designed for you to live before anybody told you to work for somebody else, to think like other people think? Who are you? Most of us are too afraid to even really examine ourselves and ask that question. Who are you? And I'm going to keep it real with you, man. Yeah, look, I do a lot of things. I act, I get paid to act. I get paid to write books. I get paid to speak. I get paid to teach workshops. I get paid to be a professor or educator. But even as an educator, I got conditioned to say, well, I'm tenured and I guess I just stay here and just do this forever. And God is like, well, 95 to 97% of the people don't have a tenured position. Why are you convincing yourself that's what you got to do? Like, that's your God. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And it was like, you generate so much income doing all these other things. Like, why would you ever buy into that? Not saying stop being an educator, because I'm always going to educate. But maybe stand in a position that's not for you. James, you're limitless. You're not even James no more. You're limitless. Don't put any limitations on you. When I call you, you just say, I'm ready. Because you're limitless. You're free. You have no fears. Money, James, you was broke, brother. You was broke. And now you're rich. I made you this way. Why are you going to ever question whatever it is that I'm calling you to do? Remember, James, remember, Limitless. Joy is on the opposite side of fear. What are you all afraid of? You afraid of love? You afraid of getting your heart broke? That's cool, man. I get it. But you'll never know how great it is as long as you have that apprehension towards it. You got to be willing to say, you know what, I'm willing to love even if I get my heart broke. It is what it is. Because whatever happened is meant to happen. And people say, oh, well, that's, you know, you don't want to lose everything. I don't want to lose everything. But if I lost it and God gave it to me, if God really want me to have it, God will give it back. But if God don't want me to have it, God got something even greater. Like, that's real talk. Well, James, well, what if you die on a mission? That's good. That means my life had purpose. It's going to be a greater good that come out of it. Either way, God is going to get the joy out of my life. Alive in the worldly sense or dead in the worldly sense. 120 years, we all going to know what that fate is anyway. Like, just because you outlive somebody, what does that mean? You still got to walk that road, baby. You still got to go home. Or you got to go from here. That is a fact. So what is the fear? And I wanted to really go into depth. If you know you're going to die, what is the fear? You got one existence that you know of in this body. Why are you not maximizing and being the best version of you? Why? Like, why are you limiting yourself? You think I wasn't afraid the first time I got on a film and started acting? I was terrified. But in my mind, I was like, man, I need a speaking role now. Like, give me a speaking role. I'm ready. In the very first role, you'll never forget your first of anything unless your brain is altered, right? My very first role, it was a forensic scene, and all I had to do was, my hands was just in it, but I was nervous. And I was like, cool, okay. So they do these takes. I'm learning the process. Then I do another role. No speaking lines. I'm getting even more comfortable. And then the third role, I had a speaking line. And I was like, how would I really be talking at this birthday party? Let me go into a little bit of method acting. You know, this dude love his sister. He would never think anything happened to his sister. And I'm like, Mom, stop tripping, man. You know, I'm just going to make up a name. You know, Toya, man, she probably out with her boyfriend in Jamaica, man. You know, and I just started, and that was my first. And then when it came out, I was like, oh, I like that. And then I started studying the little things, and I got more and more comfortable. See, this is what you got to realize, consistency. And consistently working on your craft and getting better and better and better and better. That's what take the nervousness away. That's what take the fear away. First time I spoke in front of people, it was about 50 to 100, terrified. Then I spoke in front of a small crowd of like 10 or 15, terrified. That may be even more terrifying. And the biggest audience I ever spoke in front of was 15,000, terrifying. Now, if you ask me, would I be nervous getting in front of them again? It's always going to be a little bit of like, yo, okay, I'm saying what God put on my heart in front of these people. So it's going to be a little bit of nervousness. But once I get started, oh man, joy kicks in. And now I just become a part of it. Because I'm giving them my heart. And see, I got real anecdotal evidence to use. When I'm talking to people about how to go from being broke to rich, oh man, I know. I show my students what it looked like to be $454,000 in debt in 2018. And then a year later, you out of debt. Eat. I'm talking real stuff. I can show you the facts, the receipts. I know what it's like to be $105,000 in debt in student loans in 2019 to go to zero. You think I'm joking? I know what it's like to pay cash for a necklace that even when I hustled, I didn't have the money to be able to pay for it. So why would I ever doubt God? Be afraid of what? Be afraid of what? Joy is on the opposite side of fear. And this is the beauty of serving God. Everything that Everything that God has given me, I didn't want. And it ended up being the thing I love the most. I never wanted kids. Anybody that know me, I ain't want no kids. Anybody that know me know I never wanted a wife. When the Hot Boys came out, I said, I'm going to be a hot boy forever. Little Wayne Hot Boys. Yeah. Man, we don't need no woman. We don't need no wife. Shoot, I'm going to have a lot of them. That was the thought process. And what I appreciate the most now is a wife. And a wife that accepts every aspect of me, even the sorry shit that I have done or put her through. That's real talk. Love my kids. And I did not want kids. I love them, love them dearly. They are what really drive Dr. Limitless to be Dr. Limitless. I want my kids to be able to eat off my name long as after I'm gone, and my grandkids and great-great-grandkids. So how do you do that? Not by limiting yourself, not by just saying, I'm just going to be a professor, not by just saying, I'm just going to be an actor. No. Dr. Limitless does it all. And if Dr. Limitless can do it all, what can you do? What can you do? You think when I was overweight, I didn't say, but what if I try to eat clean and do all of this stuff and I'm still big? And how do you eat more food and lose weight? Like, that doesn't make sense. I just thought it was a calorie deficit. I had to learn the difference between losing weight and losing body fat. Losing body fat make you look real good. Losing weight changes the composition of your body, but it ain't going to look as great as losing body fat. I had to learn that. I had to learn that, James, holding on to religion and having collective thought, it ain't going to save you, and it ain't going to give you the peace that you're really looking for. It'll make you feel good as long as you're around this collective society of thought process, but they can't live and die for you, buddy. They can't live and die for you. And a lot of questions that you want answers to, they can't answer it because they hurting just like you. And a lot of them don't have the relationship that they need to have with God. This is real talk. You want me to lie to you? You know how many times I was like, hey, God, man, I'm living right, and I think I'm trying to live right. And I just felt like every time I do something wrong, oh, my God, I'm going to hell. Oh, my God, I'm going to hell. Man, it's so much anxiety. Blood pressure spiking. I know some of you all can relate. But notice, you ain't never seen a person that's lazy, slothed, or a person that's engaged in gluttony. You never see them, oh, man, I ain't doing shit but just watching reality TV and sitting around here eating. I feel like, oh, my God, I'm going to hell. You never hear that. But let a person have sex before marriage, even though nowhere in the Bible it tells you to go and get married the way the government tells you need to be married. It doesn't say that. But these people will kill themselves. And they may only had sex twice the whole year. And they may actually enjoy the experience. But because of the fear they put on that sin, and they hold so much weight that they don't do it more than sloth, laziness. They don't do it more than gluttony. They don't do it more than pride that a lot of people have, their egos, but they feel worse. And they don't even habitually do it. But you got a person that habitually engaged in sloth, gluttony, drunkenness, even lust of the eye, whether that's food or looking at an opposite sex or whatever, the same sex, whatever, but you feel bad. But once you realize all of that is BS and you face those fears and you really get a true understanding of God and a true relationship, you realize, man, I'm really free. Like Aristotle said. I used to be afraid of dogs. God bless my mom. She was a little afraid when a dog came up on her. So I just found myself flying in the air. So I had a natural fear. But I said, no, man, I ain't going to be afraid of no dogs. So I started going to dog kennels, started sitting with dogs and playing with dogs. And I'm like, man, dogs cool as hell. I'm not going to have limitations in this life. I was afraid of what is it like to make a lot of money and not have this job. When I was at JMU, I was making over 6 figures and I left. Man, what if you could never make that money? Dude, I'm Dr. Limitless, man. I'm going to make that money. Like, I'm going to do me. It ain't nothing that can stop me. Even the people that don't like me, that's working against me, they actually nudging me more towards what it is that God want me to do. All things work for the good of those that love the Lord and that's called according to the will and purpose. I am called. You think I was smart enough to somehow say, yep, I'm going to get 6 college degrees and 2 doctorates. Yep, I'm going to keep training for 2 years after I get out of the military and I'll play some pro football. Yep, I know that's going to happen. You really believe I'm that smart? You really believe I thought when I left JMU, a teaching university, to come to University of Tennessee, where it's an all-one university, you really thought I was going to somehow, yeah, I'm going to be tenured, man. I'm going to publish scholarship. No, but God allowed everything to flow the way it was supposed to flow so that I could be tenured here, that I could continue to progress, that I could continue to build my platform. I am chosen. I'm just keeping it real. There is nothing that no one in this world can do to stop what it is that God is doing in my life. And until God take me up out of this world, there is nothing nobody can do. And even when I'm gone, like Tupac said, I'm still going to be a problem. Because people are going to play the videos. They're going to read the books. And they're going to realize, yo, this dude was really on the side. This dude was about. I'm trying, man. But if you're really trying and you want to be the best version that God wants you to be, you cannot give into fear. Fear, fake evidence appearing real. God said, I did not give you the spirit of fear, but I gave you a sound mind. What are you doing? You really gonna let your boss threaten you? Hey, if you don't do it again, you're gonna be fired. Who the fuck are they? I'm sorry. Listen, I gotta say it. They are finite individual. They are immortal. They're not a God. But if you serve a greater God, why are you afraid of what a man or a woman can tell you? They can't do nothing. They have no power. And once you take that power away, you become all powerful. And you get to see the joy in it. Nobody's going to own me. They try to buy my books. Hey, you can sell your rights here. We'll give you 20,000. Man, you can't buy my books. You can't offer me $1 million for my books. Promise you that. And I'm not even a liquid millionaire yet, but I'm close. But you can't get my books. I ain't selling. Dude, I would not sell me to you. I believe in me. At the end of the day, I'm going to always bet on me. They told me I never played pro football. I did it. They told me you won't get a TEDx talk. I did it. They told me I won't write a book. I wrote multiple books. They told me I won't be a pro in bodybuilding. I did it. Because it's something greater inside me that is driving me. I can't lose. That's why James had to die. Limitless is here. And what Limitless is God-driven, God-inspired. You can't stop what it is that God stamped. If God stamped you, why are you worried about these people, man? I don't care about what's going on in the world. I don't care about racism. I don't care about any ism. At the end of the day, when you look in my eyes, you don't see a man. You see a God-fearing man. You see a man that is driven by something so great that there's no equivalent on this earth. That's what it means to truly be wealthy. That's what it means to say, I see you, fears, and I'm going to face them. Because I know that joy is on the opposite side of it. So what is it that you're afraid of today? Write it down. Write ways that you're going to address it and tackle it and overcome it and run through it. And if you truly want to be wealthy, there are 3 things that I tell people. Make sure that you can pay your bills. All your bills are paid. You have meaningful relationships. Relationships that bring you joy. Those that don't, let them go. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your friend, your brother. Cut them. That price is way too high. You got to cut it. Come on, man. Young Dolph was saying some things. Cut it. And then the third thing is this. You need to do meaningful work and have meaningful interactions. That means that you got to be living on a purpose. Once you hit those 3 things, the money will come. You don't have to chase it. It would actually chase you. I don't chase money. I don't chase successes. I let go, let God, and align myself, mind, body, and spirit, and emotions to what it is that God wants. And I just flow. And anytime I see fear, I say, you know what? We got to face it, baby. You was afraid of heights, Limitless. Faced it. Jumped out of a plane at 14,000 feet. Who would ever know, who would ever thought I'll be in China a year later in a building that you can see all the way through? But because I had that experience, I didn't have that fear. What are you afraid of? What are you willing to tackle? Let me know. Let me know how I can help. But remember, joy is on the opposite side of fear. You want to know a little bit more about that principle? Get the book, Check Your Life, Be Limitless. Listen to the TEDx talk, Check Your Life, Be Limitless. Or reach out to me. And you know, got to end every show with this, baby. Today is a glorious day. And for 86,400 seconds, I will give my excellence and my best until I'm laid to rest. I'm abundantly blessed and never stressed. Be better than your best. Woo! And never rest on your last success. You already know, baby. Check your life. Be limitless. You are limitless. Be limitless, my friends. Love you. We out.